Hello, this is Dr. Wells with Wells Medicine, and I wanted today to talk about leucovorin. So, you might have heard leucovorin mentioned as a cure for autism recently and wondered, what is leucovorin? So, leucovorin is a brand name medication for folic acid. So, folic acid is B9, and leucovorin is a medication that they use. It was developed for when they're giving chemotherapy or other medications that cause problems with the folate or folic acid system. And so sometimes patients need a high dose of folic acid when they're on something that causes them to use up their own folate stores. And so leucovorin can be really amazing for patients on chemotherapy. It was mentioned as a cure for autism, and there are a lot of things to say about this. So, one of the things that I think patients of Wells Medicine already know is that I am very big on folate. So, L-methylfolate is a medication that the brand name is Deplin. Patients are often prescribed Deplin or L-methylfolate for depression. There is a cerebral folate deficiency that can cause depression and anxiety. And Deplin or L-methylfolate is a treatment for that. And it can be very helpful. I love my B vitamins. I encourage patients all the time to take B vitamins and to take folate. And there is a correlation between the gene that decreases folate in the body, the MTHFR gene, methyl tetrahydrofolate reductase gene, and autism. This gene, MTHFR, is also related to severe anxiety, severe depression, social anxiety, autism or Asperger's spectrum disorder, engineering. So there is some really good data that taking folate in those patients can help reduce the cerebral folate deficiency, reduce the effects of the MTHFR gene, but that's methylated folate, not folic acid. And in fact, folic acid can actually make that problem worse because the MTHFR gene or the MTHFR enzyme, when you have the genetic variants, is slow in adding the methyl to the folic acid, and then it doesn't cross the blood-brain barrier, and folic acid, as part of the equation, starts building up because the variant enzyme can't process it, and that becomes a problem. So actually, I think a better medication for this situation would be folate or L-methylfolate particularly, and there are lots of brands that are selling prescription strength dosing of L-methylfolate 15 milligrams on Amazon. You can find it through other supplement companies, but I don't think it's fair in any way to say that it's a cure for autism. Can it help with some of the nonverbal symptoms? Yes, maybe in specific cases, but autism spectrum disorder is a spectrum, and it is a disorder that is regulated by many, many genes, and it is a disorder with many, many environmental factors. And so one medication is not a cure-all for everyone on the autism spectrum. And I love my B vitamins, so it really pains me to say it, but even B vitamins are definitely not the only or the one true treatment for autism spectrum. And I think that it puts parents in a really bad position of feeling like they need to defend themselves by saying, well, I already tried B vitamins, or yes, my child is on B vitamins and they still have ASD. I love the idea that someday maybe we'll find a cure, but right now, my professional opinion, having been in this space for many, many years, is that B vitamins are awesome. They're super, super helpful. Folate, not folic acid, and it's not an end-all be-all cure for all of the symptoms of autism.